Okay.
Yes, perfect. Yeah.
See if the recording has started.
Great. A lot of people. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so a very good morning to all the dignitaries and my dear students. I, Dr. Vandana Dubey, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, C. Byregowda Institute of Technology, Kolar, Karnataka. Welcome everyone on this digital platform for international invited talk on the topic, Transition of Technology in Cloud towards IoT. Speaker of the session is Mr. Varun Kumar Manik, Manager, Deloitte Southeast Asia, AWS and APN Ambassador, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Varun, accept my morning wishes from the city of Goddess Kolramma or Ma Parvati, that is Kolar. It is my pleasure to welcome you here on this digital platform on behalf of Dr. A. Prabhakara Reddy, Chairman CBIT, Engineer V. Krishna Reddy, Secretary CBIT, Dr. Apramayan S., Principal CBIT, Dr. S.N. Chandrasekhara, HOD, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, CBIT, myself, and Dr. Deepika Lokesh, HOD, Department of AI/ML, CBIT. We are glad that you accepted our request.
Cannot hear you.
Am I not audible?
Yeah. Yes, you are. You are. Like 10-second gap was there. No problem. Yeah.
Okay. We are glad that you accepted our request and invitation to guide our brightest students in the field of Internet of Things and cloud computing. Before starting with the session, it is my honor to introduce Mr. Varun Kumar Manik to the gathering. Dear students, today we have the privilege of hosting a distinguished professional whose career is a tapestry woven with extensive experience in the realms of DevOps, DevSecOps, cloud computing, and virtualization. Serving as a manager at Deloitte Southeast Asia, headquartered in Kuala Lumpur, our esteemed speaker brings a unique blend of strategic leadership and technical acumen to the table. An AWS APN ambassador, our speaker is not just a leader in the field, but also a beacon of knowledge, having honed his skills with a robust educational foundation, graduating from Annamalai University and further advancing his expertise with postgraduate studies from Amity University in the field of computer science and engineering. With a passion for knowledge sharing that burns as brightly as his professional commitments, he is here to engage with us to delve into the transformative technologies that are shaping our future. His career journey exemplifies the power of learning and growing, a journey he eagerly shares to inspire the next generation of innovators and thinkers. Please join in welcoming a visionary whose passion for technology is matched only by his dedication to fostering learning and development in others. Varun, please take charge of this session further.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So much thing about me unexpectedly. Thank you so much for this huge introduction. Student, I cannot see the people. It's a washout. They can hear me well, right?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Can I hear everybody voice? Good morning to all.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, that's the pretty much good noise I have heard from morning, right? So, uh, I'm also a student of computer science. I was the student, I am the student, and I will be the student, right? So rest of the thing, just we are doing something in a professionally, right? So, but still, I love to share the knowledge, and I'm still a good student of computer science and technology, right? That's all. So here today we just gathered here on the request of Ma'am Vandana Dubey, right? So those who do not know, I was the student of her in back in 2012 to 2014 when I was doing my master's in computer science, right? And moreover, she is my mentor also. So yep, that's how we are here. And she told about you guys that you guys are very good student from the CBIT, and you wanted to learn something about the IoT, which is the Internet of Things, right? So before starting the IoT, I wanted to discuss something with you, right? And then we will go through that couple of stuff, right? I have already prepared a proper blog for you to refer that, and then you can utilize those blog in your future also. And if anybody have any question, all my contact details are there in the blog, in that blog. You may reach out to me anytime, right? But before that, ma'am, I can see only few student in the back camera. Can you just fix it so that I can see more like in the entire audience? It will be easy for me.
Okay, so the coordinators there are planning for the arrangement, but till then we can start with the session because
Okay.
we can assure you that there is a hall of
No, no,
capacity
I
more than
can
1.
see that. So,
It
so the
is
thing is that
very potential.
if I'm asking some questions, so somebody
Yeah, yeah,
can answer that particular right stuff, and then we can go ahead and start that thing. But before going forward, right? Am I visible to everybody? Am I audible to everyone?
yes.
That's pretty much well,
That's
right?
pretty much.
Good, good noise. So I'm going to share one screen, and I'm not showing or sharing any kind of slide to you or PPT presentation and all, right? So let's directly jump to the some practical session. And there is a one phenomena I always follow, which is doing by learning or learning by doing. So these two things are there, right? Doing by learning or learning by doing. So I always prefer the second one. So I always complete the implementation execution, and then I try to understand it rather than learn and then focus on that, right? So I'm sharing my screen, and straight away I'm jumping few things which you might aware, which you might not aware, but yeah, I'm quite jumping to that particular stuff, and then you let me know. Is my screen is visible? Yes, no? Great, great. So, okay. So this is the link I have created for you, right? This is the blog I have created for you. So let me little bit how let's go and have a walkthrough of this, and then we can start in the concept of IoT cloud and all, right? So for first paragraph, I'm just letting you know I'm here in CBIT college for this event, right? And then I started about cloud computing and IoT. So first of all, ma'am, you unmute and then answer like how many, like 150 students are there, right? And how many are there from first year, and how many there are from second year and third year and final year, or all the crowd is from first year itself?
Yeah, it is targeted for the first semester students only. Otherwise, faculties are also there. But
That's
mostly
great.
99% it is first semester only.
Okay, okay. So can somebody tell me what is cloud computing? Anyone?
A student can raise the hand and the coordinator there, they can coordinate.
Yes. So yeah, you can coordinate for me, right? Who is the coordinator?
Uh, Manjunath Singh sir is there.
Okay. So, Manju sir, I just want your help. I am asking a couple of questions. If somebody is answering those questions or raising the hand, I want them to speak and then everybody can listen. And student, believe me, there is nothing wrong and right in your answers, right? I just wanted to see like if you have little knowledge about that, and then we will appreciate you in front of 150 students. That will be, one of the remembrance for your lifelong memory, right? So just wanted to ask, what is cloud computing? Can anyone answer me?
It is not the exact definition. Generally, answer. What is cloud computing? I'll get you know. Listen, so one of the students knows the answer. What is cloud computing? To store data inside of this.
Store data. Okay. Another answer. Is there anyone else?
Any other answers?
Storing of data or program without a computer disk.
Can you repeat, please, one more time?
Storing the data without the computer disk.
Okay, that's pretty much good. Yes, yes.
Remotely.
Anyone else?
Any other answers? Any other answers? Remember, you will get the gift.
So I have a little surprise gift for those who are answering, right? So I want, ma'am, you can start, giving the pen for the second student, those who answer me, like storing the data without having a physical computer and all, right?
I
Can you
request
just
Manjunath sir to
please?
appreciate.
Yeah. Manjuna sir, please appreciate that student on behalf of me.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So that's a little small gesture for you guys, right? Thank you, sir, for uh, uploading the camera. And can we clap for that student who answered it? Can we clap right now? Thank you so much. See, typically, I'm very good at the physical presentation, right? So when I was there, so it is very easy to, to see the faces and to talk to you, to reach out to you, and then to appreciate your effort and all, right? So that's why this is, see, there is nothing wrong and right in your answer. I just wanted to see like how much enthusiastic you are to learn the new subject, because you are in the engineering first year and you guys are the future of our country, right? So be confident, be vocal, and always try to ask the question rather than sitting silently and try to understand it, right? Because the more the question you ask, the more you can grow, right? So as simple as that. And this is basic, nothing related to the computer science, nothing related to anything. Whatever stream you want in your life, start asking questions, start going behind them, right? That's the first thing you have to do. In your personality, you need to bring to asking the question in your personality so that you can grow further, right? So anyhow, so cloud computing is something. How many of you know about the Ola services, the car services, the car rental services? How many of you know about the Ola or Uber? Just raise your hand. Okay, great. So very little hands has been raised. So okay, Acha, how many of you know about the Zomato or Swiggy? Okay, fine, fantastic. And how many of you know about the Amazon Prime or Netflix? Come on, raise your hand, guys. Everybody is watching it, right? So see, okay, let me give you a very basic two example of cloud computing, and then I can move towards the IoT and sensor as a service. So this particular seminar or event has been designed as per your curriculum, and in your fourth unit of first year, there is something known as sensor as a service, right? So typically we will focus on that, and then I am planning to show you something real in AWS cloud, which is Amazon Web Services cloud and all, right? But before that, let me give you a very basic, because you guys are from the first year student. So you are watching some movie or some web series on Netflix, right? In your mobile or in your laptop, right? That's the pretty much available devices where you can see the YouTube videos, or let's go with the YouTube video, right? Everybody is watching YouTube video, right? Is there anyone who are not watching the YouTube video? I believe everyone, right? So that particular video, whatever you are watching, is not in your local machine, right? Whenever I'm saying the machine, that means your local device, such as mobile, your iPad, your iPhone, your laptop, your desktop, right? So that video is not stored there. This video has been stored it somewhere in the Google data center, right? But with help of cloud computing and virtualization, and the internet ecosystem what you have in India right now or across the globe, you can able to have a mobile like this. And in this mobile, what you do, you just open the YouTube app, and then you just search the video and just looking for that video, right? And watching the video and enjoying yourself. That might be a entertainment video, that might be a tutorial video, that might be anything, right? So in this way, this is a basic simple example of cloud, that without having that particular video on my phone or my laptop, I can access this video from YouTube data center. Right. Of course, that video has been stored somewhere, right? And that so this is request and response process in the computer science. Whenever you are requesting something, you are getting a response from the server, right? So that is a basic example of cloud application I'm giving, which is YouTube, right? So let me go to another example, which is virtual machine and all. So for example, you are booking a car in a Ola or Uber car rental service, right? So there is an application, and you said that, okay, my destination is point A, and I wanted to go to my college, from my home to my college, right? So you are just booking a Grab or booking a Ola or Uber services on mobile. And within 10, 15 or 30 minutes, one cab, which is one car with one driver, is in front of your door, and then you are sitting in that car and going to your destination, which is your college. Right now you are coming to the college, and then you are paying some 50 rupees or 150 rupees or 200 rupees as per the distance what you are coming from, right? So think about that. You do not have a car, you just have 150 rupees as a rent, right? You paid that 150 rupees, and that person, the driver, will coming with a car which is amount of more than 10 lakh rupees. So this is known as a renting services. So you have a small amount of money where you rent the car as well as the driver, right? Everything you rent it for 30 minutes or 1 hour, and you just stay at point A, and then travel the distance to the point B, which is your college in our example, and you come over there. So without purchasing a car, so think in that way, in another way. So if you wanted to do something by your own, then first of all, you have to purchase the car, which is amount is 10 lakh rupees, for example. Then you have to pay the driver, which is something around 15,000 rupees per month, right? And then after, you need to provide the maintenance cost for your car, for road tax, and a number of stuff, and number of thing you need to maintain for having a car. Those people or those person which they have a car in their house, they know what is the maintenance cost for that, right? But here in our example, within 150 rupees, you rent a car for 30 minutes, you come from point A to point B, and you just paid 150 rupees. Isn't a good idea? So within this small amount of money, you did not invest anything, and you just seated with the 10 lakh car with the driver and come from A to B. So this is the same scenario we are working in a cloud right now, because if you are going to purchase one laptop or one desktop, which will cost you almost 50,000 rupees, a decent laptop, which is 50,000 rupees, right? But if you wanted to run an entire server or a data center, then you need multiple server. One server approximate cost, a decent level server, you need a server which will cost you almost 5 lakh rupees. And you want like 10 server to be there. That means the initial cost is 50 lakh rupees, which is a huge amount of cost. And then you need to provide the entire building, the air conditioning system, the people who can manage it, the security guy, the network guy, the n number of amount. So 50 lakh for the server and another 50 lakh for their infrastructure and ecosystem. So almost 1 crore rupees for 10 server data center, right? That is a huge amount of money. So now with the simple example of the Ola or Uber car, there are few companies who are providing your servers or your computer or your virtual machine as a rent, right? And then they are saying that, okay, you wanted to use one server, you pay me $1 per day, for example, or 50 rupees per day. That means 1500 rupees per month, something like that, right? Which is a very less amount what we have compared when we are going to buy and set up the entire stuff. Great sound. So at least somebody is sleeping, they can wake up, right? So yes, so 1500 rupees, for example, it is less than that, right? So there are some services, there are some companies who are providing the entire technology, the entire infrastructure of IT industry on a rent basis. Okay, now I'm going to show you one of the largest and one of the biggest cloud company in the world, which is known as the Amazon Web Services, right? This is what Amazon Web Services. And you can see whatsoever you are doing right now, today, nowadays, either you are doing your graduation or your master or your PhD, or you are a teacher, faculty, or you are engineering, I mean, you are in a corporate industry, you are in a car industry, mechanical industry, steel and iron industry, each and every industry, or healthcare or banking, finance, anything. Just name anything, any industry, and they are utilizing cloud. They are utilizing an IT system. So those people, those who, for example, you are in a college, you are also having a college email ID or something, right? So you are utilizing the IT industry as an education, as a background of an educational industry. Similarly, all the industry, they are utilizing the IT, and now IT is leveraging the cloud. IT, their on-premises IT is moving to the cloud. So this is the console of one of the biggest cloud right now in the world, which is known as the Amazon Web Services. Those people who know what is Amazon, so you order something from the Amazon e-commerce website, right? So you order something in your phone and that has been delivered to your house. That is an e-commerce, that just a piece of Amazon family, Amazon jungle, right? So Amazon is a jungle. So that particular thing, what you are seeing, the ad on TV or on your Facebook or anywhere, right? So this is a piece of Amazon umbrella, and they have the core services in the background, which is known as the Amazon Web Services, the Amazon Cloud. In short term, we are seeing the AWS, Amazon Web Services. Now, is it clear to everybody like what exactly the cloud is? At least have an idea. Can you raise your hand? Yes, no. The renting services of infrastructure. Yes, no. At least raise your hand.
To understand something now, sir had something. Sir had discussed some. Just raise your hands in case if you understood what is IoT cloud.
Ma'am, you have to let me know what is going on there. Somebody is talking to someone, or Mr. Manju
No,
sir
the
is talking to.
coordinator, yeah,
Yeah.
coordinator is encouraging the student to respond.
Okay. So that's a pretty much challenge with the student of first year, right? No problem. You flip the camera, no problem. So, guys, I strongly believe whatever I have conveyed to you, it is in your mind and you understand at least basic of the cloud computing and all. Now here you can see there are a number of stuff which you know or you will learn in future, like data analytics, application integration, cost management, blockchain technology, business application, compute, containers, like, so these are the advanced stuff, right? You might know in your second year, third year, or final year stuff. But what I'm trying to say here, whatsoever technology, you just name it and it will be available in the cloud section, right? So this is one of the example of the cloud, which is Amazon Web Services. Then there are two other big giant available. You can flip the camera, ma'am. Yeah. So there are two other big giant available, which is Microsoft. So most of the people, they know the Microsoft cloud. I cannot see the student. Yeah, most of the people, they know the Microsoft. You are having a Windows machine right now. You are utilizing the Microsoft, and the cloud of Microsoft is known as a Microsoft Azure. What is Microsoft Azure? Similarly, we have another company which you may know about that very well, which is known as a Google, right? Everybody knows Google, right? Come on, guys. Yes, if you are not responding yes, no, then it is very hard to understand whether you understand, you're listening to me, or you are thinking about something else, right? So at least yes, no, yes, sir, okay, sir, no, sir, something. I need a response, right? So please responsive, because see,
Excuse
this
me,
will
sorry for
increase
interruption.
your confidence.
Actually, students are responding, sir, but the voice may not reach you, sir. They are responding, sir. Actually, they are
Okay,
responding, but
okay.
their voice may not reach you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for clarification, sir. So please clarify because I cannot hear. So yeah, that is one of the good or bad thing. Until unless I could not get the response, I could not move further, right? So that's the problem. But anyhow, so the first thing is Amazon Web Services. The second one is the Microsoft, which Microsoft Azure. The third one is the Google, and the official cloud name is the Google Cloud Provider, GCP, right? So whenever they are talking about cloud, these three names are inside the industry, very well known names, right? And there are a couple of other companies. We can say that IBM, we can say that Oracle, they all having the cloud, and another cloud from the Chinese company known as Alibaba Cloud, right? So these are also a cloud provider, and all the cloud provider have their data center and all those services. What I'm showing it here in my screen, right? The same thing. There are multiple cloud providers. They will provide the same stuff with the different name, with the different designing of the website and all. But almost each and everything are available everywhere with the different name, right? So something 10-20% would be need to be improved. But this one is the cheapest one and the best cloud in the world, right? Okay. So there are few basic backbone services we know about that. So before going to the backbone services, again, a question from you guys. What are the 4 or 5 components are very much required to run your laptop? How do you run your laptop? Right? So there are 4 components. Anybody wanted to attempt the answer? Can anybody give me an answer? What are
What
the
is
four
the
components?
component of a laptop in order to run components, without which you cannot run the laptop or any computer? Who can answer this raise their hands? Four important components of a computer system without which you cannot execute or run. Anybody knows the answer? Just raise your hand.
Yes, no. So should, yeah.
Just raise your hands. You get it.
Okay. Can I speak?
Please submit it, sir.
Yes, no?
Yes, you
Okay.
can.
Yeah. So please unmute yourself, ma'am, and let me know because her voice is also I cannot hear it, right? So anyhow, so okay, I think you guys know very well, but you are not confident. Or let me tell you, and then you can say that okay, yes, sir, I know this one, right? So how many of you know about the hardware? The first component which is required is your hardware in terms of you need a CPU, right? Then you need a memory, which is your RAM. So first thing you need a compute process, which is your CPU. Then you need a memory, which is known as a RAM, right? Then the third one you required a network device where you can plug in or the Wi-Fi driver or NIC network interface card. The third one is network so that you can communicate with the external or internal world, right? Intranet or internet. And the fourth one is required your input output device, which is your screen, your keyboard, your mouse. Is it making sense? These four things are required. Yes, no? You should know before that. Yes. Yes, so that's what I'm trying to trying to say, right? You should be enough confident to whatsoever. See, this is not a normal class. It's just an event, a seminar, right? So you attempt the answering the question. This will increase your confidence. Believe me, these small things making you a big person, right? But anyhow, so these are the four components which we required in our laptops. Similarly, as I said that like virtual machine or laptop we are giving on rent, right? So there are four components where the first component is known as a EC2, right? EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud, which is EC2 known as here. The second component is known as the VPC, which is for the networking, where you can provide the virtual private cloud inside of network, where you have a subnet, routable, internet gateway, and all, right? And inside the I think I lost you guys for some moment. Might be internet issue. I am not sure in which side, mine or yours, but let me reshare my screen, right? Okay. So these are the basic component, which is EC2, S3, and how do you pay the bill and all for this. And in India, it is like you are not forced to pay the amount if you are using those services. And for 1 year, most of the services for your learning purpose is free of cost. The only one thing like in your Facebook or your Google, you are just creating a sign up, right? So similarly, you have to create an account here in AWS portal. You can follow any YouTube video and do it by your own, because that's what I'm coming learning by doing. So once you start doing the things, you automatically understand what is going on in the cloud, right? And this is one of the best example. So today we're gonna learn something about the IoT core. IoT, which is Internet of Thing. But before that, I wanted to show you some video so you may understand. And then I will ask one question. Let's see whether it is working or not, right? So this is one of the interactive tutorial which is given here. So connecting an IoT device, right? So this is my IoT device, which is, see, this is the cloud and everything is going in that cloud computing, right? So this IoT device having some kind of measure which will send it to the home, right? For example, you wanted to turn on your fan or turn on your tube light in your home from your mobile. That is pretty much possible, right? You just need to run a couple of codes and it will be possible. So this is a sensor, and that sensor will sense something and then send the details to the right place. In our case, this is an home. So now here you can see the device gateway send the message to the message broker. So again, you just focus on my screen. Let me little zoom this one. Right. So here, the moment I click start session, you can see the sensor, the device gateway send the message to the message broker. So all the what is message broker, you will learn in the IoT section in your entire syllabus. I'm not going in depth, but I'm trying to show you some example with this animation, right? So the next one, the message broker send the message to the subscription. So the moment you turn on the button, it is going over there, and after that making some computation, it will going to this, and then you can see the light is on again. Going back, the light is off. The moment I press yes, the light is the sending the detail over here and the light is on, right? So that's how the sensor, the IoT is work, right? And the next one, similarly, the message broker process each message. So previously I wanted to turn on the light in a orange color, right? Now I wanted to change the color of my bulb, which is in blue color. So whatever message you're gonna put it here, it automatically goes and then create, execute that thing. So this might be a very simple example. Do you understand how sensor will work and how the process flow? That is a very high level overview. Now, do you understand what is IoT? So IoT is Internet of Thing, right? So here you can see there is a one sensor is in this device, and that sensor is known as thing. What is thing? That sensor is known as things, right? Similarly, if you can come here in that bulb, so that bulb should be a special bulb which can change the color, which automatically have some sensor in that holder as well as in that bulb. So that is also a thing. And that's how there are multiple things available. And for your understanding, there are multiple sensors available. Do you know what is sensor, first of all? Yes, no? Thank God. Thank you so much. So there are multiple sensors available in the multiple device, and through that device, they are interconnected with the cloud, and that's how the Internet of Things will work. Is it clear? Okay. So right now, I am not physically present over there, or else I can create some Raspberry Pi example, and I will completely some 6-7 hours I will took from your side, and then we will do some pretty much example on the Raspberry Pi, and in front of you, the fan above you, with the click of my keyboard, I can turn on the fan, right? With help of some sensors. It is very much possible, not at all an issue, right? But here, as I cannot show you, so there are something I'm gonna show to you in this particular cloud console. And this website is known as console. Whenever I'm saying console, that means the website of Amazon Web Services. Is it clear? So let's go back to the blog and details. Meanwhile, is there any question from anyone? Do you guys have any?
So far, do you have any question?
And okay, yeah, Vanda ma'am, any response? Yes, no? So that I can proceed.
Manjuna, is there any question from the student side?
Madam, they don't have any question.
Great,
Okay.
as expected. So, how many of you have a smartwatch? Okay, so there is a concept of a smartwatch. You can put the watch in your hand, and it will let you know like how many steps you walk. For example, in any smart mobile, you have a health application. You just turn on and you just run or walk. It will let you know how many steps you walk, what is your blood pressure, what is your heartbeat. Now all the smartphone, they have that kind of sensor in your phone itself, right? So these are the basic example of sensor. And if I'm going pretty much more back, you have a blood pressure machine right now. So it's an electronic machine. You just just put it the blood pressure machine in your hand and press the button. It will pump up the air inside that blood pressure machine, and then after 20 or 30 seconds it will know like what is your blood pressure, right? So these all things can be doable with the help of sensor. Without sensor you cannot do anything, right? So here whenever you have time, please go through this blog. You will have lot many details over there. So what is the so the draft is like that. I'm demystifying the cloud computing and IoT. Please go through this two paragraphs. And then what is the role of AWS in IoT? As I told you, each and every piece of IT work could be converted in a cloud right now, right? So IoT is also one of the part which is there inside the AWS or any other cloud. So as here I have mentioned, it offers the comprehensive suite of the IoT services with AWS IoT device management, right? And other stuff, right? So you just type here in the cloud console IoT, right? So you can see IoT analytics, IoT events, IoT core, IoT site-wise, and then what are the features? Device advisor, fleet hub, alarm model, secure tunneling, introduction to your resource, all like lot many stuff. And here all the documentation of each and everything. It's a very beautiful website. Whatever you want to learn, you just go through that. Each and everything should be documented here, and you can learn the document again, right? So the main thing is that IoT core, which will let you know the connect the device to the cloud, right? Connect device to the cloud. So here I'm just giving you a proper, okay. Please wake up everybody who is sleeping. The alarm is your for waking up, right? So here you can see IoT core where I have provided how it works, right? And there are lot many other services in that side. You can see that, which is connect to one device, connect to many device. How do you want to test it? All devices and all. So the connectivity, as you guys are from the first year, the connectivity is a huge challenge for you, right? So moreover, I will just let you know how do we connect it in my laptop. You just it will take like 5 minutes, and then I will go and explain a little bit more deep dive for the IoT and sensor as a service and all, right? So if you can go quickly to the connect one device, right? So here you can see prepare your device. So prepare your device, that means your sensor, right? So prepare your device, turn on your device, make it connected to the internet. And whenever we are talking about the sensor, there are two kind of sensor you may utilize, which is one is Arduino board and Raspberry Pi. Arduino and Raspberry Pi, you might have heard these two sensors a lot many times for your practical. So typically what we wanted to do, we wanted to create an Arduino device and wanted to connect with our cloud system, but we do not have an Arduino device, so we can do it somewhere else. So for example, I'm going to let you know how to do that. So there are some servers which will in Arduino also we have a very small operating system, right? Similar kind of that we have some servers, and from that server we can connect it over here. So I'm just clicking on the next. And then it is asking register and secure your device. So that is most important thing, secure. So for security, how many of you know about the certificate in security? Any idea? No. Uh, So whenever you are typing, okay, I'm just giving a little brief. So whenever you are typing google.com, which you will type on often basis, right? 2 or 3 times on a daily basis. So here you can see this lock. So this is known as the connection is secure, right? And the moment you click connection is secure, here you can see certificate is valid. So that is known as a security certificate in terms of computer science, in terms of website, in terms of IoT, right? So this certificate, so whenever I'm talking about the security certificate, that will goes in this kind of certificate, right? Now, see, you need to be serious about this class because these are the things which no one is teaching you in the regular class of engineering, right? So please be concentrate and you will reach out to me with your question, email me and I will send the clarification to you. But anyhow, so here we wanted to create a thing. So let's just name the thing. Now I'm creating a real sensor right now here, right? So CBIT IoT thing, right? That's how you name with any sensor and then click on next. And then where you wanted to do that thing, Linux OS, Windows OS, or which OS. So I wanted to do in a Linux OS. Then what kind of language you prefer to do that? So I wanted to do in a Python 3.6. As simple as that. I just click on the next and they will download a proper kit for me. And that kit I wanted to run inside my EC2 machine or inside my Linux terminal. So before going to that EC2 machine and all, I will let you know one more thing, right? It will be quite interesting to see that. So this particular kit will create a virtual sensor for you. And then you just they are providing all the detail. How can you unzip it or zip it? And then click on the next. So while downloading, we have to download that. So that we downloaded over here. So this cloud will do all the things for you. You just need to run these packages in your machine. So go to the next one and then how to run that one. So run this command, copy this command from here, run it over there, start.sh, and then we can start it, right? So, and once it is working, it will show the messages here. So that's how it typically works. And you can see the device connected to the IoT here, which is we already created and connected it. Now, the only thing is that we need to explore the AWS services where we have to create one Linux server and then run that particular command to that Linux server. And then we can view the thing, something like that, right? So I believe this pin drop silence saying that you are having trouble to understand it. But anyhow, that's how it is working in a real time scenario. So once you are placed in any company after 3 years of reading and learning the computer science, right? And you are going to work in any company. So that time you have to work in this kind of scenario or in this kind of AWS or any other cloud vendor, right? So I would recommend everybody, like in the first year, if you can create your own cloud account and try to do a very small thing, that will help you to get the job for sure. For sure, believe me. Okay, again, I'm going back to the slide where I wanted to let you know sensor as a service. See, the typical thing is that I want to show you the real demonstration, but it seems like you may not understand, and I need little more time to go from step by step, scratch to end. It will take almost 2 hour session again. Let's see, we will discuss it possible. We will do it from scratch. But here, let me give you an overview of that. So sensor as a service. So here, how many of you are utilizing the Google Drive or the Google Word or the Excel inside the Google? Can you raise your hand? I can see only one hand. Please, Manju sir, let me know. The hands has been raised or no?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Uh, Let me show you in that case. Wait. Rather than repeating, let me quickly log in over there and then. So you know about this Drive, Shopping, Google Meet, Chat, Calendar, Docs. For example, Docs. How many of you know about the Google Docs?
How many people know about Google Documents?
Okay, great.
Google Documents.
So no,
Documents. How many
no
people
problem.
know?
Let me explain. Let me explain. Okay. So this is a document, right? So for example, there are 150 students sitting there, and I want you to create a document, right, for your project. For example, let's 5 students in a project, right? So everybody wanted to create the project file and something, and then in that case, you need a shared file, a shared software where all the 5 person can type, can create an image at the same time. So at that moment, the Google document will be came in the picture, right? And we are utilizing the Google document. And this document is again not installed. This software of Microsoft or the document software is not installed in your machine. It is on the cloud. So you may type, you wanted to type anything, you can just let's for the email draft. So you whatever you wanted to type, it will automatically type it and then store it for you, right? So this is something as known as a software as a service. What is known as a software as a service, right? Which will provide a software to you in the cloud, and you can write anything you want. So this is known as a software as a service. Similarly, in cloud, we have sensor as a service. In IoT, we have sensor as a service, right? I have given a proper detail for sensor as a service and a proper example over here, right? So rather than creating your own physical sensor, you can utilize sensor as a service. For example, your Netflix, your Ola or your Uber subscription. So you create a sign up over here, you create a login account there for your Ola and Uber, and then or the Netflix, and with the payment of like 50 rupees or 100 rupees in a Netflix, you can watch ultimate video and number of videos, pictures, web series, movies, right? So many things you can see inside that 100 rupees if you are subscribing the Netflix. So that is known as that keyword is known as a subscription. So you subscribe the Netflix, right? In 100 rupees, 1 month, you can see unlimited movies. Similarly, there are companies, those who are providing this sensor as a service. So you need to subscribe that, and you can utilize that sensor as a service. So you need to subscribe, pay like 100 rupees for a month, and then they will let you know what is the air pollution in your city or in your area, and they will analyze each and everything from the history, and then they will let you know, okay, what are the remediation you wanted to do, or how you can prevent it, or when it is better, when it is bad, what is the forecasting, right? So each and everything should be there in the sensor as a service. So here I have taken an example, air quality monitoring for the Indian cities. So for example, you are running a company known as a Swachh Vayu technology. So those who do not know what is Swachh Vayu, it is a clean air, right? In Sanskrit, the name is clean air technology. So something Swachh Vayu. So you wanted to create your own company as a sensor as a service, and there you can create a company name as a clean air technology, something like that. So for that, you need to deploy a couple of sensor in multiple area, where you can get some population detail, which is PM2, PM10, and CO2 level, and there are lot many other stuff, right, from the air. So you put a physical device in lot many places in Indian cities. For example, in Kolar, there are multiple places where we can put the sensor, and from those sensor, automatically those sensor will taking care of the PM 2.5, PM10, and CO2 level in every 30 second or in every 1 minute. So you have a huge amount of data. By that data, for example, if it is 1 minute, that means in 1 hour, it is 60 minutes. And in 24 hours, how many minutes it is? You calculate and let me know, right? So that means a huge amount of data available here, huge amount. So from that data, and it is not for one day. It is from like past couple of years, like 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. So that data could be collected, and from their collection, you as a company, you provide a website and application. So those people, they can subscribe you, they can pay you, and then you can create a proper application of that, right? And in that application, you can sell that application to the hospitals, to any asthmatic patients and all. So within the mobile, if there is something goes wrong with the air pollution, the message come to their mobile that, hey, you may not go with in that particular city or in that particular area. For example, right now this is 11th of November, and the entire Delhi is too much populated. All the school and colleges have been shut it down until unless the pollution is not in a good, the air pollution is not good, until unless the school and colleges are completely shut it down in Delhi because of XYZ reason. So similarly, you can create an application, you can send those application to your customer, you can earn money from those customer. And then what are the benefit with that? I have already mentioned, like subscriber don't have worry about the cost and maintenance. So whoever is subscribing your sensor as a service, they do not need to deploy anything. They do not do to analyze anything, right? So everything you will do it, and you will earn the money, and they will use your service as a sensor as a service, right? So this is the typical example I am giving from your syllabus, which is unit number 4 or third or 4. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's their sensor as a service. And then what kind of pricing model you can put it, it is there. Why it is make sense for India, why I'm giving this example in India, right? So there are 3 points I have written. You may go around that, you can learn it. And then whatever I have done it in a experiment right now in AWS, I have provided the detail in the IoT core. What are the steps, right? So each and every steps are there. So if you are interested, please create an login in AWS and then try to follow one by one each and everything, and then you can find this detail to you. And here I'm going to show you a video also. That video will make more sense, and it will be very easy to understand what exactly IoT and how it works in cloud. But before going to that video, is there any question?
Do you have any questions so far? Don't hesitate to answer sorry, ask any question, as well as answer any question. Do you have any questions so far?
Okay, so this is 7-minute video, and I have a next 15 minutes with me, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this video. Let me know whether you okay, I'm muting this video, and I will explain you. Okay, wait. Okay. So this is all about the AWS IoT Quick Connect. How do we work in AWS, right? So for that, what we required a prerequisite of 2 things. One is AWS account, and have an IoT device available like Raspberry Pi or PC. PC, that means your personal computer. So you have your computer, you can do it in your computer also, right? So the thing is that once you have the AWS account, and that's how we wanted to do that. This is my laptop, or this is my any virtual machine, and where we can connect with this IoT core service, which is AWS Internet of Things core services, right? How to do that? So simply, once you log in over there, you can just type IoT core, which I have already showed you how to do that. And then here you can go to the learning section. In that learning section, it's like connect to, yeah, connect to AWS IoT. So you should choose this particular IoT. Then onboard a device. Click on the onboard device and then just click on the get started. So just to let you know, guys, right, just try to focus here. I know this is something advanced level teaching I'm sharing with you, but this is very important when you are talking about IoT. So register a device. So whatever sensor you have to register it. Then inside that, you need to download those certificate. Because when your device, for example, this is my sensor. Okay, this phone is my sensor and I wanted to connect with AWS. So this connectivity should be secure, and there the download kit, which we have already downloaded, we need to put all those certificates inside this device, right? So that's what we are trying to do here. And then configure your device and test your device. So get it started. For us, we are doing for Linux OS, right? And Python, yes. And then name it. So I have named it CBIT IoT things. And this video, they are just putting the demo thing, the demonstration, right? Click next. And then download the kit, which we already downloaded. And here, all the steps. So once you download the kits, here all the steps is there. How do you unzip it? And what are the commands you wanted to run inside your Linux machine or your Windows machine. So this is how, once you unzip it, these four or five files inside that, and then you run the same command which they say that, and see, this is the PC. They wanted to start it. The moment they start, so the moment they start, it will send a message, hello world, right? Here you can see my cursor, message hello world sequence 4, message hello world sequence 3. That means our machine, our virtual machine or Linux machine or your laptop will be writing a message known as hello world in n number of time, sequence 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. And that hello world could be connected to my AWS, and that message should be printed over there. So that is the overall idea about this experiment, right? So there are 20 sequence, and here, if we can look at here, automatically we run it in your laptop. So that particular video you can see here, this is running inside the local machine in the laptop, but it is printing the same message here also, which is IoT core, right? So that's how, if you have a weather forecasting sensor or weather sensor, whether the what is the centigrade, like it's like 20 degrees centigrade or minus 20 degrees centigrade, some sensor needs to send those details to some system. For example, if I'm going to take temperature in Kolar, so okay, so here you can see 25 degrees centigrade. So there are some sensor which read and create the 25 as a degree, means this is a data. So they can create a data, and this data must be sent to some system, and from that system I am calling in Google and I'm seeing that, okay, right now it's a 25 degrees centigrade, and on Wednesday or on Tuesday it may be a rainy day also, right? There must be some raining system. So these are the things which can be analyzed by the huge amount of data, and that sensor would create a data. Coming back to my video, I'm trying to miss that guy is trying to create some data in their Linux machine, and that data they try to send inside the AWS, and from there they analyze that particular connectivity. So this is the overall demonstration for that, right? So this is how we can test it. So subscribe to a topic. So likewise, you subscribe the Netflix. Similarly, you need to prepare an application and you need to subscribe it. So the moment it will run it there, it will print it here, right? Sequence 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. So all the sensor, which is the temperature sensor, they also read this kind of detail in every second, right? So that's how the huge amount of data, they analyze it, and with the analysis, they can forecast the data, right? So I hope this video will be useful to you, and you can just search on Google IoT Core Quick Connect. You will find this video, right? And coming back to conclusion of this seminar, this is an example, and then that's all, guys. So this is one of the note for you. And I hope that whatever I'm trying to teach you in terms of the AWS IoT, in terms of the cloud, how important it is, and how do we connect our Linux machine to the cloud IoT core. So that is the overall idea. And also I have given you like what is cloud computing. There are multiple examples how to use the cloud computing and what is the real-time application in cloud computing, for example, Facebook, YouTube, and all. So you can integrate your IoT device over there. You can create your own Swaksh Vayu kind of startup, kind of a project for your final year or second year or this year project and all. So yeah, this is the overall idea about the IoT and cloud. Now, is there any questions, guys?
Do you have any questions? Remember, you will be rewarded.
So believe me, this will make more sense once you completed your all 5 unit, and then while going through the sensor as a service, you will remember this class for sure. Believe me. And anyhow, I'm going to upload this video, which is recorded video, to my YouTube, right? So you will also learn it. And one more thing, those people who wanted to connect me, go to this blog and here is my all details. Please connect me in a LinkedIn, right? So if you do not know about the LinkedIn, please know about the LinkedIn and create an account and connect it back to me. This will really helpful for you for your future purpose, right? Yeah, Vanda ma'am, that's all from my side.
Okay, any questions from the student or faculty side?
Yeah, faculty also can ask the question. I would really appreciate if somebody will ask some question to me.
Okay, so Varun, I just want the guidance from your side that provide some information regarding what the platforms from where the students
No,
can
there are
learn
come again, ma'am. Provide
uh,
information for.
the platforms, the certification courses that these students can learn to about the cloud, about the IoT, so that they can work upon their good projects and good placement.
Uh, okay, so see each and every, okay, so this is known as a skill development program, right? So you are learning something in your college that is pretty much good, and the people, they have designed your syllabus to get you some more information about that. But there are multiple gaps. There are a huge gap. I cannot see the student. It's blurring. But anyhow, am I audible to all, right?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes. So there is a huge gap between your between your industry, that means your company, when we are going to do a job, and what you are learning it here. There is a huge gap. So to reduce the gap, you must learn the cloud. Any cloud which you are comfortable enough, just create an account. Every cloud is free for 1 year, right? Create an account, try to do something. And there are certain certificate for that. For example, you have your 10th mark sheet, a certificate that myself have been qualified for level 10th. Then myself have been qualified for level 12th. Similarly, you should be certified by your engineering degree. That means you are an engineer. Similarly, in cloud and in any other industry, there are some cloud certifications. So you must go through these cloud certifications nowadays, and that will boost your career like an exponential growth, right? So those, so in India, let me give you a couple of money example, the numbers, right? In India, if you are a fresher, right, you just completed your BTech and you have a 2 cloud certification, your basic starting package should be 50,000 in nominal case, right? And if you are little bit good in the Linux and little bit good in other development sector, for example, Python and all, the basic minimum package in India is 12 lakh per annum, like 1 lakh rupees 1 month, right? I have a student, not one, many student, they are earning more than 65 lakh rupees in India per annum, which is almost 5 lakh rupees per month. I think this is a decent amount of money.
Obviously.
Anybody can do anything in that money in India, right? So believe me, guys, there are n number of resources to earn the money in the corporate sector, especially in IT sector. The only thing is that you need to create your capability, right? Once you are capable enough, then automatically money will come to you. Automatically people will come to you and they will request you to join their own company, right? That will happen in India. It's a huge market, believe me. So if you invest the time to cloud will invest so many things in your life, believe me. So with this, I think I'm concluding this session from my side now.
Okay, okay.
Do you have any questions?
Okay, so
Sir, excuse me,
yes,
sir.
any questions, sir? Manjunath Singh, sir, is there any question from the student side?
Instead of cloud, what can we use, sir?
The question is something like this. Do you have any alternative cloud? Instead of cloud, can we do the processing, analysis, storage, any other thing?
Can you repeat the same thing, man?
It is not audible, sir.
Alternative cloud. Question is, student, he wants to know, do you have any alternative cloud? So we do a lot of things in the cloud, like analysis, storage, processing, any other thing. So instead of using the cloud, do you have any other alternative?
Let me again ask it.
Manju said you are asking some question. It is not audible. If it is a question, can you please repeat it?
The students wants to know, instead of using the cloud, do you have any alternative cloud that can do the work of a cloud, like storing, processing, analyzing, etc.?
Sir, can you come near to the laptop so that it is more audible?
Madam? Madam? Hello? Hello, sir?
Your voice is, yes, sir.
Hello, sir? Madam, now I think I'm audible right now.
It's audible, but it is blurry. Like we cannot listen clearly. If you can come to closer to the mic.
In fact, I'm very close to the laptop.
Now it is good. Now it is good.
Yeah. Sir, the question is, do you have any alternative to cloud that will do the job of a cloud? Like storing, processing, analyzing, etc.
See, again, this is the ready-made thing they are giving to you, and they are providing money also. There are so many vouchers available, right? I would recommend that rather than using any alternate, you should focus on the cloud. The student should be focused on the cloud, because in the industry, everybody is using the cloud. Nobody is using the simulation and all. And again, it is free. You just need an internet connection and a laptop. That's all. Each and every video tutorial is available on a YouTube, sir. So rather than going to any other local alternate system or any simulation kind of thing, we can do a direct project, which will be more helpful for the student to understand the entire concept of cloud as well as IoT or any other thing. Is it making sense? Yes, no?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you have any other questions, students? Sir, I have a question, sir. Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sir, how the resources are extended at the cloud side? That means dynamically they have to update the resources. Sir, how that is happening at the cloud end?
Thank you so much for asking this question. Can I confirm, is it a student or faculty?
It is a faculty, means the coordinator, Manjunath.
Thank you. I wanted to appreciate you with a pen, right, for asking this question. So sir is asking how in the cloud it is scalable. So that is known as the scalability, right? So how much resources they are adding it. So that is known as a part of scalability, sir, and that is how the cloud came in the picture, and it is very famous. So for example, I given you an example of car, right? The Ola. So Ola, there are multiple drivers, they have their own car, and they are renting us one particular passenger from one place to another place, and they are earning, for example, 100 rupees per month, 100 rupees per hour, and they are having n number of customer, so they are earning a good amount of money, and n number of customer is providing a very less amount for that particular service. So this infrastructure, so one data center, so I'm coming to your point, one data center is equivalent to 3 football ground. That is how the minimum structure of one data center, and they have a huge number of machines, they have a huge number of people, huge number of building, and most of the data center from Microsoft, you won't believe, but it is inside the deep sea, right? Because to make it cool, so that they can save the cost for the cooling and all, and the environment will be little bit more, eco-friendly or environment friendly. So they have this data center, and they are, enlarging the data center day by day as per their requirement. But as a customer, we should not think about that, like how much data they can store. It's like for S3, there is a storage services in AWS cloud. They are giving a guarantee of in 10,000 years, you will lost one single object. That kind of guarantee available in the cloud. 10,000 year. I don't know how many generation of mine will be going towards that, but this kind of guarantee they are providing from the cloud side.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for.
Any other question, guys?
Students, do you have any questions?
Please come nearer to the mic if you have any question.
Sir, I think there is no any question from the student side.
Okay.
Do you have any questions? Do you have any doubts? Sir, the students don't have any questions right now, sir.
Sir, believe me, I cannot hear you. So please come closer to mic. Even though if you're talking to a student, please come closer to the mic so that I can understand.
Sir, students don't have any questions right now.
Okay, so thank you so much, all of you as an audience, including your student, dear student, and the faculty member. I could not remember the name of all the faculty, so I'm so sorry, but you all are respected faculty member. Thank you so much for your time and this arrangement. I'm so glad to meet you virtually, everyone, and I hope that I have been informative for you as well as for the student in this session. So thank you for my side. Over to you, Vanda ma'am.
Along with having wonderful technical session indeed. On behalf of whole CBIT family, and especially from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, I take this opportunity to thank Mr. Varun Kumar Manik for such enlightening session, and I hope many students who have sincerely attended this session will grab the opportunity to contact and communicate with Mr. Varun to enhance their knowledge in the field of IoT and cloud computing. Further, to make good projects in these fields and make a bright career in these areas. Also, I hope that we will be having many other sessions, workshops, and courses by Mr. Varun with us in coming future to create the environment of industry-oriented learning for students as well as faculties. So now we come near the end of the session. Thank you, Mr. Varun, for conducting the session very well, and all the dignitaries and dear students for their
Thank
patient
you.
listening and active interactions. Have a great day ahead. Take care, everyone.